delighted to tell you that he's a deaf comedian. That is all I'm going to say. Please welcome to the stage, John Chambers! Bless him, John!
Hello!
Hello!
Hi! Hello, my name is John Chambers, and yes, I am deaf. Don't worry, if you've never met a deaf person before, just know that knock-knock jokes won't work on them. I mean, you can knock all you want, but there will be no answer. It's not that we can't hear the knocking, it's just that we don't want to answer the door. We're that rude. I have been working for Barclays for 15 months now. I remember my job interview well. When they told me that I got the job, I was quite surprised. Mostly because when they asked where I saw myself in 5 years' time, I asked them, world domination. I still got the job. My interview was on Friday, and I was in suit, but everybody was wearing castle clothes. And I was quite surprised at Barclays without attitude toward dress code. I mean, I saw this huge man. He had tattoos all over his arms. He has a born spike coming out of here, goatee, small patch up here, but balls otherwise. And that was just the board director of sales. Don't tell me he's here tonight. Because my interview was on Friday, I wasn't sure what the dress code was, so I decided to play safe by wearing a white shirt with a collar, black trousers and a tie. I had 3 ties, all in different colours. Now the reason why I showed these colours were for psychological reasons. I had light blue to make my colleague think I'm friendly. I had red to make my boss think I'm determined and I had ambition. And I had pink. Well, it made me look fabulous. You can't go wrong with wearing a white shirt, right?
Yeah.
Nope. Turned out there are several different events you can wear a white shirt to, which I found out last summer. I went home, returned from work. I was still in my uniform, white shirt, trousers, and my pink tie. And I was walking down towards the shops, not like this obviously. And I saw a group of people standing outside a pub, all were wearing black suits and black dresses, and they all looked sad. Now, in his sight, I should have realised he was awake. And this person who came out of the pub, he saw me, and he walked directly to me and grabbed my hand, and he went, I am so sorry for your loss. Thanks, he was the best. And then he went, he. No, she. I learned that the department I work in like to have their own internal event for team building. I mean, we went bowling, where my female colleagues played with my balls in public and sprayed their thumbs. No, I mean volleyballs. I have my own volleyballs. In fact, I've got 2 balls and they're black and blue. We went rock climbing, we had Tickle Santa, we had Christmas office party. Oh, last month we had a Tickle Valentine. Now, I have to be honest, when I first took part in Tickle Valentine, I thought it was more like a blind date thing. It's not. It was more like a present from a tickled admirer thing, rather than a great known cook-up. I have to say it made sense afterward because there were people who were taking part who were already in relationships. Now, I knew everybody were good friends, but I never thought they'd be friends with benefits, so I was glad. So, the whole idea of this Tickle Valentine thing was that I take a name out of the hat, and I get that person present. Now, suddenly, I found the whole thing weird and awkward, because if I pick someone who's already in a relationship, that just might make things difficult for that person's partner. And of course, the cruel fate decided that I must pick a married woman. I mean, now, because she was married, I have to guess something that said, "Here, happy Valentine's Day. I don't fancy you." I can't get something that could potentially be better than whatever her husband can get to her. I mean, I don't want her to go home to her husband and say, "Hey, the wife got from my ticket a mile." That's right, she has got a deep voice. Look what I got. Is that sweet? What did you get me? A £10 HMV voucher. Is that how much you think? Is that how much you think of me? HMV doesn't even accept these anymore because it's in administration. Is that what you're saying? Our marriage is in administration. Guess what, buddy? You're sleeping on the sofa tonight. I mean, that probably would have happened, but nobody expected UKIP to come in second place at that East Labour election. So I can't get her something naughty because I don't really want to indirectly improve her sex life. Or worse, she will receive the present from me and say, "What's this? This is quite amateur compared to what I've got in stock already." So I have to get her something cheap and really less present. In the end, I bought this small heart-shaped bowl. It's sweet and innocent, and best of all, she gets to stay married. And yeah, it cost me £5, half the budget bonus. Then the day came, the day we were all waiting for. I thought that everybody would take the same approach I took. Would you agree with me on that?
Yes.
No. This man, he was going around the office, handing out presents to everybody. Actually, has cubic. He was 7 feet tall, had bushy beard and black hair. Whoa. And I was thinking, thank God, he's not actually dressed as Cupid. And he walked up to me and gave me a bag, and he went, "Here, happy Valentine's Day." He didn't speak like that. He has got a delightful voice. And I'm not just saying that because he might be in the audience tonight. So I looked inside the bag, and there were 2 presents. I was very flattered at this point. I mean, I never had a card before, let alone 2 presents. I took out the first present. It was a mug, and it had Mr. Main Character on it. It said, "John Mug, Mr. Bunny." My colleagues who were watching me at this point, they all had jealous looks on their face, and it was a good feeling. Then I took out the second present. It was facing back to me, but my colleagues who could see the front, they burst out laughing. I turned around. It was a doll made of candies. Candy that your partner is supposed to eat off you.
Ooh.
I don't know how my hand needed this. I am now near at the end of my task. So before I go, let me leave this with you. Last month, on the 14th of February, the canteen at the building where I work, they were selling Valentine gifts. The next day, they were saying, "Congratulations on your baby star." Now, Barclay knows what you would do it on the night of 14. Thank you for listening. I was John King. Thank you, Ladies
and gentlemen, let's hear from John Chambers. Fantastic natural talent. There you go, John. Okay, so we're going to get some judges' comments, and I'll relay the judges' comments to John so he knows what they're asking. So over to you, judges.
So So, John, you and I have something in common actually, because when I try and tell a joke, I can never hear anyone laughing either.
He's trying to be funny, but he's not achieving it. He's saying that you and him are very similar. When he tells a joke, he can't hear anybody laughing either.
Okay.
However, we differ in that obviously that was a very funny act and people really were laughing. And we also differ because I would never have the courage to get up in front of a room full of people and try and make them laugh.
You are very funny, and he could never do what you just done. You're extremely funny, man. Well done.